So if you look closely, you can see Jay already inside. And look at those icicles. And that is precisely what we were exploring today. We've gotten so much snow in Pennsylvania and in New Jersey that it's impossible to see a lot of the places that we would normally like to see. So we figured, what the heck? Let's go see some old train tunnels and maybe we'll get lucky and see some huge icicles. And we certainly got lucky. Check this out. This is the Factoryville train tunnels built in the 1800s. There's two of these tunnels and they've been abandoned since 1915. So we're going to get inside and check out some of these monstrous icicles and see what kind of cave-ins there's been. See what these look like now.
This is just crazy.
Feels much more like an ice cavern than train tunnels. So you could see this, I guess you would call it rebar, these big steel rounded beams or whatever that they use to shape the top of this tunnel. You can actually see those pieces of steel that are kind of starting to wear through, peek through here. Whoa. Yeah, the cracking you're hearing is definitely the ice. Fortunately, I don't think this is too deep, so it's probably not going to be an issue, but so the older tunnel, there's two tunnels here. The older tunnel was built in 1854, and right around 30 years later, it was obvious that there was a lot more train traffic, that a second tunnel was needed, so they created this tunnel, the newer tunnel that we're in, which was opened in 1883. This one was a lot taller, probably to accommodate the bigger trains, a lot taller, a little bit wider. These were built by the Delaware, Lackawanna, and Western Railroad Company. That's a mouthful. It was actually the Delaware, Lackawanna eventually merged with the Western Railroad to become that. But I think these were dug, the first one was dug when it was just the Delaware, Lackawanna Company, and then they had merged either during or just around the time this second tunnel was bored. So check this out. This is what used to be a piece of steel. That is about as rusted as it possibly gets. Look at that. Nothing left. Wonder what that was. There's a bat.
Responded back. Oh wow. That's cool.
Yeah, I just want to be quiet. I don't want to interrupt him. Oh, there's a couple of them. You got enough video? Look, there's one right here. They're all just sleeping in here.
That's cool.
Yeah. So we're just trying to be quiet. I don't want to interrupt the bats from their slumber here. But you can see on the walls the coal soot still in here all these years later. Look at that, there's so much of it.
There's another look at that coal soot sitting on that whitish looking rocks.
So this is the older tunnel. It was built in 1854, or opened in 1854. What you're seeing is just the railroad ties. The actual rails were removed pretty early on, probably not long after 1915. In fact, there is one photo that you can see online from 1920, and the tracks were already gone. So I don't know why they kept some of the railroad ties, but I guess it's a good thing because it's pretty interesting to see them. There's so much stuff that has fallen from the ceiling in these that they had to have had issues with that during operation. So that probably meant closing the track while they cleaned it up, cleaned all the rocks. Who knows what, just dangers of just people being in here, working on the tracks, working on the tunnels, trains going through. So, like I said, these were decommissioned in 1915. There was another set of tunnels that was bored, probably, 10 miles away, something like that? Yeah. And then this whole track was not used anymore. So that's what we figure. Plus, in 1906, they had these huge columns erected, probably because they were, again, dealing with big parts of the tunnel caving in here. And I think it made more sense to build some new tunnels than to just keep dealing with this. Can you believe that? That is so cool. So obviously, yeah, they must have had some issues with supports. Yeah. And they had to put these in. Look at this. 1984.
Day after Christmas.
That one above it says 1985, 92. That older graffiti, it's so interesting. I mean, 1984, somebody, Jaw was here and inscribed his name. Where are you, Jaw? Look at this thing. Stands about maybe 5-6 feet tall. And it is a ventilation shaft. I don't know if this one's capped, but that's where that water just drips down. Yeah, there's J for scale, so it's about 6 feet. Yeah. Jay noticed that there is some writing, something inscribed right here. We think it says John something. I don't know. We can't make it out. WATCH. I don't know. Anyway, that's on the outside. So far, no other information. Nothing else scribed into the rock. Definitely my favorite part of these tunnels so far is this brickwork from the newer tunnel. This is just right at the entrance. Beautiful. The time to come here is definitely in the wintertime. Even coming out of these tunnels, there's so much water that flows through and then comes out and creates like a little lake out there, and it's just very difficult to navigate through it. Yeah, see this, once you get past the brick, it's very crude, which is all that was needed. Actually, you can see all the cuts in the rock here. You know, maybe where the dynamite went in to blast the rock. I'd say the ceiling here, this is the newer tunnel. This is probably maybe 15, 16, 17 feet, something like that. It's tall. It's definitely taller than the original, than the older tunnel. Look at this now. If you took a photo of this, people would say that that was planned or that was photoshopped. Yeah, but I mean, best we can see, this happened naturally.
That's the vent shaft.
Yeah, this is a massive ventilation shaft. And the water's pouring down through here. Yeah, it's hard to see. That's probably 7, 8 feet. That's tallest back there. All right, let's go find Jay. There's Jay. Find anything cool?
No, I was trying to find more bats.
Oh, yeah.
I haven't seen any.
We're back at the brick area here. Huge chunk. Look at this. 4, 5, 6 layers of brick deep. 7 maybe. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah, we both saw it at the same time. So there you go. Like even on the edge here, you could see. That's pretty impressive. All right, we're gonna get out of here. As you can see, it's getting dark. We've been in here for a while, a few hours. Famous last words, we thought we'd be in these tunnels for like an hour or two. Yeah. It's been like 4 hours. So we saw some cool stuff, saw some bats, saw some amazing icicles. Hope you like this place. Good suggestion from Jay. This was his suggestion. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Oh! Did you go through? No, not yet.